Oh, we've done this one before. Oh wow, a new result every time. A place forbidden. The Library of Ouroboros and its vast store of occult knowledge is finally within your reach. In the end, it was almost too easy to find. Okay.
Ooh, spooky library. There's a phone. Phones scare me automatically because I don't like answering them.
Spooky, scary
Gives me immense
library.
anxiety.
WASD. E.
Elam.
F. Control. Yeah, it's all the intuitive controls. Oh my god, that's more settings than ever before in this collection. I don't know what to do with all of this, all these feelings that have been given. There's dialogue volume? There's dialogue? That's impressive.
Maybe they'll read,
The Library of Ouroboros. I'm finally here. It's almost anticlimactic to stand so easily within its walls. After all those years, if the rumors are true, the library contains knowledge beyond anything one might hope to find on Earth.
I mean, is the library on Earth?
Words of power, occult learnings, enough to transcend death. It will be mine. All of it. But the dialogue's not here, apparently. I just need to know where to look.
See, I say Ouroboros, but some people say Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
Yeah, I say Ouroboros.
A partial history of the library. The Library of Ouroboros wasn't so much built as it simply came to be. That much we've been able to glean from the early, murky tales about a certain endless structure rich in occult knowledge. The first tale was penned by an unnamed Gaelic mystic who compiled a variety of accounts from travelers complaining of strange dreams. Many of these travelers' accounts of the place were the same. Endless hallways of strange materials, magic devices that seemed to give off light or sounds without any visible source. But rarely were there many tangible details aside from these characteristics and the font of knowledge ringing the walls of the place. This, of course, changed in approximately 670, when the mystic was visited by a lone woman. She was reportedly wild-eyed, half-mad, and complaining of dreams much the same as her fellows, but she claimed that these dreams became reality, briefly, and that she at one point even visited the bleak place. She claimed to run into a dark, amorphous figure with a score of glowing red eyes. This figure apparently spoke to her, promising her black knowledge should she only pledge herself to it. Though the mystic asked how this woman escaped such a place, the woman gave no explanation. In fact, she spoke no further, withdrawing into the mystic's hut to begin her traveling anew. She was never seen or heard from again. This testimony is hardly a concrete example of the library's existence, but it certainly makes one wonder. If tales like this could exist from the earliest days of modern man, what other truths could lie buried in the past, should one be willing to tunnel through the cobwebs of years to reach the ancient tales hidden beneath?
I don't know if that was really necessary.
More reading!
I can read that one if you won't.
Go for it. This is a lot, actually.
It's only fair. Bernice enters, followed closely by the librarian. Bernice is breathless, looking both exasperated and slightly excited. The librarian's expression is unreadable, as per usual. Bernice: but my husband will find out about us. He won't stay out forever.
I wouldn't be so sure, my dear. But shall we retire to the living room if we're to speak of such unpleasantness as your husband?
Bernice's face suddenly breaks into a grin. She grabs the librarian's hand, taking him onto the couch beside her. Fine then. If you're to stay, I want to hear some of those secrets you've been talking about. You can't play me for the fool forever.
I would never claim to do such a thing, my dear. Would you care to hear how I can stop a human heart with but a word?
As he tells her the word.
Yeah.
Goodness, that sounds dangerous.
It most certainly is.
I wish to hear it.
Then of course you shall.
He leans close to Bernice, who closes her eyes as if expecting a kiss. The librarian leans past her, whispering something in her ear. Bernice's eyes open wide. She gives a simple jerk, a strangled groan, and goes limp, sliding off the couch. I was right.
Too curious for her own good.
He stands, reaching in one of his pockets to withdraw a single black case containing Bernice's wedding ring. Taking a cursory look around the living room, the librarian eventually focuses on a single point on the opposite side. The librarian crosses the floor, leaves his item, and turns to leave. As he does so, the scene darkens, leaving only a single spotlight to illuminate the stage. It is fixed on the small black case, which the librarian has decided to leave sitting atop the minister's writing desk.
How many books are there? There's one over here.
Too many books.
Too many books.
Are being read in the dark. Turn the light on.
Useless.
Don't hurt your eyes.
Biographies. I've never heard of none of these people.
I ain't never heard of none of those people.
Novels, science fiction, and fantasy, as well as a few stray romance novels.
Mark Gianni. I used to read the romance novels with my friend in middle school.
A transcript. I've been having these nightmares, Doctor. I'm alone, but I don't feel alone. Not like I should. Rather, there's no one with me, but that's not to say there's nothing around. It's difficult to explain, but it is an uncomfortable feeling. Something drones low in the background all the while. I can hear snatches of whispers, but only just barely. Like something is conversing with me, just out of my range of hearing. Just as something is watching, just out of my sight range. Everything's too still. It's wrong. I don't remember how I got there, and I can't figure out how to leave. Everything is hallways upon hallways, shelves of books that look like they've never been opened. Almost all of them are still, and yet I get a feeling like I mustn't open any of them. Whatever I do, whoops!
Yeah, we fucked up.
There's a pull towards them, of course, the sense that I will learn more than I could ever hope to on Earth. But there's a danger. A vague, creeping danger. The feeling that something is very, very interested in every move I make. Who or what I might be. It might be, I don't know. I don't know if it wants to bring me in or if it wants me to leave. How does it end? Well, as I mentioned, there's no real way to escape. Every place I go leads to more rooms. But eventually, after a time, I don't really hear them, so much as feel them. Look no further. Look no further. Look no further. And then I awake, and every time I feel farther from this world. To be honest, Doctor, I hope it's all in my imagination. I hope I'm afflicted with some kind of mania, because a place like that can't exist, shouldn't exist, and if it does, then I can only hope that no one else would be so unfortunate as to visit it. Oop. Knowledge is power unless it's damnation. Books on philosophy, history, and a few stray encyclopedias.
Not useful. I think encyclopedias are one of the most useful genres of books that exist.
A few volumes stand out on math and physics, but the rest are from more obscure wings of science. Interesting, but not what I'm looking for. The section contains mostly horror novels. How droll.
Well.
It's quite a shadow for an almost hilariously small
Yeah, you know,
fan.
yeah, that's a very, very small fan. I'm your smallest fan.
Oh, there's a bell. There's the Ouroboros. And a radiator. What if all the elements of the radiator like coiled around in a circle endlessly like a snake?
Oh,
For theming.
I think it's how they work normally, but
I think they're all independent rings, aren't they?
yeah, but they are attached. I mean, I think a radiator inherently looks like a snake in a way. It has nothing to do with like anything else. Wait, did we read this one already?
Nope.
Okay. On the founder. They came to the domain, a blank canvas in the cosmos, from places unknown in oldest time. They have existed longer than man, longer than the sentient stones of longer than the cosmic force that runs through all things. They have always been. They saw the ruin that coursed through the universe, the constant in and out flux of entropy, and with entropy went items of worth, and it was that worth they sought to salvage. Not things, ideas, thoughts, powers intangible. Through the years they reached, for their powers were immense. Through eons they snatched up secrets, dark and light, but it wasn't long before it all became too much, even for those ancient. The remaining pages have been torn out of this book, and their place is a single piece of lined paper with an untidy scrawl standing upon it in red ink. The key to go further could have been deciphered from the last word in each of these books, but I tore them out. I couldn't let anyone else go any deeper. Sorry, but trust me, it's better this way. As you close the book, you make out a single word scratched, not written, in the inner corner. Your predecessor must have missed it, or else it was made after the note was placed. Telephone.
So someone tried to defend us from knowledge. They tried to rip out the last word of every single page.
The last word in each of these books. The key go further could have been deciphered from the last word of each of these books, but I tore them out. Yeah, it's okay. For a second I was like, do we need to go back and read all the books and find the last word of each book? But no.
And then it seems like somebody else just was like, fuck it, and just wrote telephone in. Maybe that's all we need? Or maybe they're just saying that that was the final book of that one. Beneath?
We watched that, or we read
Beneath,
these ones.
Telephone beneath desk.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Welcome message. From all our staff, welcome. We're glad you're here.
Oh, the desk beneath the telephone.
Yes.
The telephone was on top of this part of the desk. I was looking for a phone to be under the desk.
Either way, we got phone and underneath, and we got it. As we're sure you're aware, the Library of Ouroboros is located in a picturesque part of Britain, atop a grassy knoll east of Sussex. Many rural townships, obviously bereft of their own libraries, refer their villagers to the library. It is beloved by all. We hope you'll take your time perusing our vast store of literature, non-fiction, fiction, occult knowledge, cursed knowledge, words to melt the eyes of anyone who reads them, psalms of murder, and otherwise. You'll certainly have time enough, Bernard. You'll certainly have time enough.
Just calls you out by name. If only you knew my real name. Oh, key. It must have fallen out when I opened it.
Or it appeared there by magic.
My god. That's way more reasonable than it just being in it.
This like clock ticking is kind of creeping me out.
Oop.
I don't like that.
What do you do with that?
And you know what I also don't like is that the library is curved at a corner, so you can't see around the other side if you're standing at the desk.
Secret library.
Yeah.
That
like,
is bad for surveillance.
What is that?
The door is immobile. I can only imagine what strange, arcane secrets lie behind its varnished surface.
There's not a lot of books here. I mean, we went through all the, like this is oh, there's more? Oh yeah, okay. I was like,
The book mentioned my name. A coincidence. Nothing more.
Really? Really, dude?
Besides, it was mistaken. The library wasn't in England. I found it in the German city of Oldburg, sequestered away behind an ancient church. Such a small, unassuming front. As if, by looking so plain, it might hide from the rest of the world. Heartbeat. You're an avid reader, aren't you, Bernard? You can't read these books, but don't fret. They'll pave the road to new knowledge. If you're stuck, think of yourself like a cataloger or a librarian. That has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Ring. The case toward the window seems to be a good place as any to start. Do I just ring a bell?
The case towards the window.
Are these all readable?
Well, start at the case towards the window.
Okay, they're not readable. I was just like, oh my goodness, how much is this going to be? Like 3 hours of us slowly reading text?
Well.
We need a code.
Oh, so it's not the key one.
Okay, these all looked interactive, like the ones from the first room. So I was a little worried, like, oh god, what have we gotten ourselves into?
This library looks ransacked.
We've got like 12 more games to go. By the window. Come to my window. Come inside. Wait by the light of the moon.
There's no like books facing the window.
Is there another window over here?
See, I really think like...
What do you mean by case by the window?
Like that window you were just looking at. There's a bookshelf facing that window, but you looked on the opposite side of it.
Never-ending story.
Like, is there... Oh, that's the
blank.
back end. Sorry, I thought that was like had shelves on it.
A frigid scene. There was no fog outside earlier.
I think that like setting, setting can really just make a game scary without any other, like without anything else. It lends itself to the horror because you can just fill that empty space in with your own dark thoughts. I really appreciate when movies and games and books and things leave empty places for you to fill in, because that really just makes things scarier. Because I guarantee anything I can think of is going to be scarier than anything else anybody can write. So
6137.
How did you do that?
Let's see if I'm right first. We gotta get you to more escape rooms.
Well,
Shit.
that was if you had gotten that right, I would have very impressed.
Did I miscount?
No, I only did one escape room, and it was like very badly contrived.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 7.
Yeah, I understand.
Wait. You're on the third row. What does that mean? No, wait, there isn't one on the bottom row.
So maybe
Shit.
this has nothing to do with anything.
I thought that one was on the bottom. That's so specific. There's 4 shelves, and it's a vertically stacked code. Like that's like look at the way it looks. It's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Like that's a perfect escape room puzzle.
Well, how do you know it's that? Oh, because it's the one facing the next to the window. I get you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's the one by the window, and there's 4 books. So I'm like, it's perfect. What a clever little escape room
Well,
puzzle.
three. What if it's 10?
10 isn't a code number.
Yeah, but the last 2 numbers could be 1 and 0.
2, 3,
I mean,
4,
that's
5, 6, 7.
Because it's 7. It's 3 and 7. I mean, I don't know if that means anything, but there's a 3rd one on that row, and there's a 7th one on that row. I'm granted it doesn't make a lot of sense because it should just be on the next
And this
one
one's
over.
empty. It's like I'm wondering if maybe the final one's 0. Because there's nothing on the bottom. But
then what would the
I'm
third
not
one
sure.
be?
Yeah, I don't know what the 3rd one means.
Watch us just be really over concerned
Roman
with
something.
this Roman mythology.
Book of Science.
That's vague.
The one book of all of science.
It all fits into that one book.
Because it is the one by the window. What?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't like that at all.
That wasn't open earlier.
Ooh, that one's like that now too. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Those were not like that, right?
This is making me more upset than the other ones we've played so far. Oh, it fixes this. I don't like
Every
that.
time you look back, the windows are different.
I don't like that.
That's really creepy. What does it mean that this one's knocked over? Or does the colors matter? Is this a stack of 4 books? Are they in the order of these 4 books?
I don't
So it's like burgundy with the gold trim, and then the turquoise one's on the end.
There's-
That one and that
No, there's no
one,
turquoise
maybe.
one here.
There's no green one. Or a turquoise, yeah.
Look, maybe it has something to do with that. Maybe there is another window. But I mean, I'm pretty sure
Nah.
it just wanted us to look at that window because that window is spooky. Case towards the window. But none of that, like, that's what's confusing is that none of them are facing the window. Which makes me think that maybe there's another window. But technically it's like facing away from the window.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 6, 5, 3. Was that the numbers?
4, 6, 5, 3, yeah.
Because they said to start there. I still like my solution a lot, though. There
Gosh.
we go. So
Wow, Keith, you're
it was a
smart.
different version of my idea. You just count the books on each one, and that's why they say that's a good place to start.
Yeah, because it's going from that
They have to
direction.
give you the order. I love escape rooms so much.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to the escape room with you on your birthday because I had to work.
And then this year, the society ended, so I didn't even get to do a birthday escape room this year.
I did an escape room for my brother's birthday, but it was just like a really badly made one, and it involved like half the team being locked in a jail cell the whole time, but the other half of the team couldn't figure it out. So the half of the team that was in the jail cell didn't even get their money's worth because they never even got to leave the jail cell.
Oh no.
They had very little to contribute. It was like half of them were in the jail cell and 2 of us were chained to the wall. So it's like if you didn't get to those people, then like the escape room.
Because the other people just did a bad job, so those people couldn't participate?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh.
Like I don't know why you would divvy it up so much. I mean, I think the idea is that the people in the jail cell and against the wall it could contribute, but not really. It was like in very minor ways. So they just had to wait for the rest of everyone else to figure it out, and they never figured it out. So they got stuck there the whole time.
One of the favorite escape rooms our group ever did was a heist. There's an Escape Sacramento. They have the thing called the heist, and it's you're locked in 2 separate rooms, and you want to like, it's like a museum where they're like locked in glass cases. You want to steal these relics away, and each one has a different puzzle to solve each one. And they're in 2 separate rooms, and one of the rooms doesn't have a light, and so you can like fish a flashlight through the door to help them out. But you have 2 separate groups of people that are solving puzzles in 2 separate rooms, and you might be able to solve certain things by passing an object between, like, through the door to the other team, so you can communicate a lot. And then eventually, if you do well, you can unlock the door and just fucking unleash everybody into both rooms, which might be necessary for even more puzzles.
I think that was the idea, but it just didn't. They didn't build it well enough for that to be a possibility for our group.
Oh boy!
I also like how you talked the entire time just facing the scary door.
Yeah, I
just made me have
to get it going before I walked into this.
I had to stare at it the whole time while you were talking.
Your eyes were getting a little wide. He's gonna stop now? It's like, yes, I'm like this all the time.
Facing the door that I have to look at now.
It's a wood carving.
So being quiet because it's a library.
I never felt threatened by a chair before.
The chair wants to beat your ass, punk.
The chair's gonna kick my ass.
So you like kicking butts, old man.
The part of the escape room where you compulsively check every drawer because there might be something in them even though I can't see these ones.
As if you're in a video game and just looking for stuff to add to your inventory.
It's an important step. There was an escape room we were once stuck in for 20 minutes because we eventually realized we just didn't actually check one of the drawers well enough. And so we were missing a really important piece. It was really embarrassing. I love the blinds changing when you look away.
That looks like it goes to hell.
I used the screwdriver. Oh, that. Hi. I was focused on the fact that I used a screwdriver to get these out, apparently.
We just used it to pry. What was that on the wall?
Because they didn't give me a wrench, they gave me a screwdriver. It's mostly a lack of wall that's on the wall. Oh.
That's like Amityville horror, kind of, the portal to hell is underneath our house style. Opening.
Never-ending story. I can't scare me with an Ouroboros.
Well, I think Ouroboros isn't supposed to be a scary symbol anyway. Ouroboros, outside your window, like here in America at this time of year, at this time of day. He's like, yes. May I see it? No. All right.
Oh, it's a top-down view of the library.
Oh, what?
You can see the spinning ceiling fans?
Yeah.
That's really spooky. How is this possible? Shit's gone bonkers, y'all. Those are even rooms we haven't been in.
What inspired you to go out of your way to search for this occult library anyway, my dear? Like, what the hell are you doing?
He just really wants Neverending Story 3.
Well, I guess you can, like, have all this knowledge that could make you live forever or do all these spooky things.
There's only 2 of them, right? 2 what? Neverending Stories.
Yeah, as far as I know.
There's the first one with the childlike princess, and I think the second one was about it had that like necklace, the one that I keep referring to. I need to watch those again. It's been long.
I never have watched the second one, but I got mad because I found Neverending Story at like a thrift store for like $1, and I bought it, and then I found out it was actually the second one, and I was like, "Fuck!"
You're mad.
I was mad, so I do own it.
Picked up, you'll regret it.
You'll regret it. You'll regret it. You'll regret it. Something is wrong.
That's a nice painting. I want it. What's he doing there?
He's playing an instrument. I need to leave now.
Don't be a coward.
Well, that's what it said to you. I'm reading what it said to you.
Oh, something is scratching its way into my head. I like woodcut.
Run,
like,
Keith! Get out of here! Go that way.
Fine.
Your mind is lost. Your mind is fragile.
Fragile.
Tiny fissure here, a little force there. No more burnout. We could make you
No, that sounds boring.
It will never open again. I love that.
Well.
We have something more in mind for you. We think you like it.
The books are ruined. Thank you for visiting our library. Contact your congressman today to keep your library alive. Like, this tries to pivot to like an ad for libraries and why they're important, but it's like really misplaced.
Spooky Gumby.
Oh, we did that one. Insomnio. A collection of 5 different experiences attempting to recreate my dreams as a game.
So it's like it's a bunch of mini games in a bunch of mini games.
Yeah. We've reached the stage of the anthology where there's an anthology in the anthology.
That in itself is horror.
That's pretty funny. Dream or wake up. Always dream.
Are we facing a
Never
mouth?
wake. There's nothing to wake up to. It's 2020.
Yeah, why even wake up anymore?
It's got that Silent Hill 1 sort of like screen grid going on, where everything's patchwork looking. Okay. Oop. Escape made me quit. The sensitivity was way too low. Train.
Do you have nightmares often?
It's still really low. Do I have what?
Nightmares? Or
Do I-
dreams often?
I don't really remember dreams almost ever. Although I told you like last night, I dreamed that my mom threw the milk out.
It was just such like an arbitrary thing.
It was just such a weird feeling.
Did she drive all the way out here just to throw our milk out?
I don't know. I don't know the context. But she threw out our milk.
She was worried that you would drink it, so she drove all the way out here to save your life because it was so expired that it was going to kill you.
The sensitivity is still so low. I'm so sorry, everyone, but it's like a nightmare. It's hard to even turn around. And it's funny because almost every game I ever play, I have to turn the sensitivity down because it flails everywhere. But this one, it's like, yeah, maximum setting, I'm still like picking up the mouse over and over again. Hello, sir. We meet again.
I mean, he's just having a nice time on the train by himself. Don't bother him. I'd be mad if someone tried to converse with me while I was sitting on a train alone.
Time to have one of those movie moments where we're on a long train ride together and we become best friends over the course of 8 hours, starting now.
I'm picking the one seat that's facing you.
Yeah.
Even though the rest are open, we're gonna talk. I'd be so pissed.
I'd be happy if it went well.
I wouldn't.
I feel like that's a bad dice roll.
Well, I'm already gonna have something against you for even thinking
Yeah.
that's gonna work anyway.
Because it can be fun to just kind of hang out and talk to somebody for hours. That's like one of the things I do all the time for fun.
Well, something that you do
But
with
what if
people you
they're
know
awful?
or you like, but not a stranger where you have to establish a relationship
Yeah.
from start to finish.
It's like, and here's where I introduce the Jewish question. It's like, no.
So, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
We're just chilling. Oh, that's what I have.
We are doing this.
We are doing. I don't like that.
I can control where this train is headed, you know.
Like by moving the tracks? That's impressive.
Where do you want to go, sir?
Artistic freedom. Does he like pick up the tracks and move them around? Like in a simulator game? Ooh.
Sure, ma'am.
Carry these toothpicks for me, will ya?
They're so heavy. She has like 10,000 toothpicks to where it actually equals out to a significant amount to carry.
Based on the forest, I inherently just assume that's like a reference to some sort of Swedish folklore.
Well, it does look like this.
Of all the strange horror games I've played.
These are his dreams. I think they literally are just his dreams. I don't think they're
Yeah.
references to anything unless he's making references in his own
They're
brain.
set pieces. I picked up a
Oh, hi!
smiley
He's cute.
hotel.
What happened to the toothpicks?
Dreams don't have good continuity, or they're full of plot holes. Dreams are written by horrible writers.
I always have dreams where I adopt a bunch of puppies or something, and then I wake up and
Too
they're.
many puppies.
But I wake up and they're not there, so it's too little puppies because it makes me really
Yeah.
sad that all these puppies that I love now are not non-existent.
But isn't too many puppies the real lyric?
Yeah,
The joke's gone full circle.
it's a. But there's not enough puppies when I wake up.
I listened to the real song, but I can never remember what it sounds like because I can only remember too many puppies, which isn't actually how it sounds when they say that line.
Too many puppies are being shot in the dark. I made you listen to that on our road trip.
Yeah.
Too many puppies are trained not to bark. I got to mosh to that song. It was fun. I had a water bottle fall out of my pocket, and a person.
How did it get in your pocket? That's
It was in.
odd.
It was in oh fuck!
How did it get in your pocket?
It was in my sweatshirt pocket because I was gonna
right.
drink it later, and then I got moshed around. It fell out of my pocket, and somebody stomped on it, and the water exploded all over the crowd, and nobody could figure out where it came from, and it scared everyone. But I knew it was my water bottle that I
There
had
was, like,
paid $7 for.
There's like two steps of the realization where I'm like, one, how do you fit that in your pocket? My pant pockets can't fit water bottles.
I don't even
That
have
would be very
pant pockets,
difficult.
because I'm a girl.
Yeah, and then the next realization was like, wait a minute, you're a woman. You're not allowed to have pockets.
It's fucking haunted, all right. What is just a nonchalant statement?
It's fucking haunted, all right.
Do you feel that way when you go into our garage?
No. I'm like, I should wear shoes. It's my primary reaction to the
Because you're worried about stepping on ghosts?
No. Just worried about stepping on random sharp things and dirt and nonsense. It is an active work environment.
Nobody was murdered in our garage, but somebody did die in it.
It's fucking
Haunted, all right. Like, it's so defensive.
It's like the line is written defensively, but like the voice acting was the same flatness that it's all been. So it's fucking incredible.
It's really nice
These
that
are
this.
good environments.
Yeah, it's nice that this person's able to remember their dreams well enough to actually create a 3D environment out of them. Because
Yeah.
I can't even freaking remember, like.
The thing about Dream that only you know is you just make the rest up if you really hit a dead end of any kind. Is that like a hydraulic press?
Yep. Yeah, what's it pressing, huh? Is the juice gonna
I can't back
flow
up.
out of there?
Was this inspired by the those videos of people pushing on a bunch of ducks and they all squeak? You know
That
what
sounds. No, are they nice to the ducks?
They're not real.
Oh.
They're like these rubber ducks or birds or something that are like you squeeze them and then when you release them they make like a both when you squeeze them and when you release them they make like a continuous like kazoo kind of noise. And somebody found an entire like Walmart bargain bin that was packed with them, so we just pushed down on the entire thing, and it's just the screaming. So that's what I think. It's like he saw that video and then it inspired a horror nightmare. Hey, Bart Simpson, or SpongeBob.
That actually does look.
SpongeBob on a lawnmower.
Does look like either of those two things.
that seems like an Easter egg. It's just hanging out there. I'll have to show you that video. I can't even think of what to search to find it. There it is again. Is it a Santa hat?
I think it's supposed to be I think it's supposed to be like a stain or something. I think we're just creative individuals.
I think we're just creative individuals. There it is again.
I was reminded that I'm an interesting person
That's
when
a
like I make a
sandwich?
comparison to something that no one else. I'm like that. It's like this, and everyone's like, "What?"
It looks like a sandwich coming out of a brown paper bag.
I thought it looked
It's like a burrito. It's a burrito.
Yeah, okay.
Burrito
I see the
pit, and
burrito.
that's the bag that you hold it in.
I keep seeing like a headless cat.
What? That's alarming.
I see them everywhere.
We're creative, but you're troubled.
I know, it's like,
Does that
oops.
just like look like a headless cat to you? You just keep saying that like for a week about every random thing. Yeah, it's just like a headless cat.
I watched this movie called I Love You, Philip Morris that has Jim Carrey in it. And he's like talking about how like he knew he was gay when he was young because they're looking at the clouds together. Oh,
Oh god, it's coming apart.
he's grinding his teeth to bits. Ooh.
That was distressing. Quinsignificant. Cat.
Meow.
Jean Malichek. Well. Oh god, the background is...
No, I saw that before. I was trying to point out to you. I was like, his teeth there. No, I was just gonna say that in that movie, he knows he's gay because he looks at the clouds, he sees a dick, and all of his friends don't see a dick, but he sees it as a dick. And he's like, I knew I was gay when I was little, and like all the other kids are like squinting, like I don't see it. And I think the one girl there is like, oh yeah, I see it, and he's like, no, it's a dick. But yeah, anyways, total side note on what that was.
They lull you... There's a pacing to these where they lull you into just enough of like quietness that you inherently start falling into like thinking about something else for a moment, and then the jump scare happens.
Well, that's why jump scares work.
That's why it kept happening.
Yeah.
It's like right when you start a story. What's next? Killer bees!
Killer bees!
I remember do you remember the killer bee fear? Or were you too
Yeah.
young?
Yes. No. I watched that movie when I was little.
Well, not the movie. I just mean like for a while there was constant like the Africanized bees are gonna come and kill us all.
Well, no,
so
they made a movie about that.
there's like a big fear phase like every few years of what everyone's afraid of this year.
They made like a really cheesy horror film about that exact fear, or when that fear was relevant.
The found footage from the Killer Bees cast has been leaked online. Wait, is it about the movie?
Oh my!
You can witness when the officials hid for
What the officials hid for all these years.
strictly 18 plus. I don't know why it's...
It might
The
maybe
text is too wide for the screen.
maybe it is about that movie I'm talking
I've
about.
never seen the Killer Bees movie. I've seen the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Well, look, it says 1990 on the bottom left corner of the
Yeah,
screen,
'cause it's PS1 games.
or whatever. Oh. I'll say that might be the year it came out. I don't know. It's an old movie. Oldish.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. That's what we
I love
watched
that
for
one.
Halloween.
What about the Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
I've seen that. That's good. Ooh. That's the first reference we've actually seen in the game to the thing.
But I was genuinely afraid of this because of that movie. I thought for sure it was like bound to
Yeah.
happen.
And don't go into a pool, because if you go in a pool, then when you go in the pool and you come up for air, they'll fly down your throat.
Yeah.
They just all come in like, "For me, daddy." So... Fucking curse. No, I love the idea of having a horror game that's built around the fears of the era that the PS1 was set in. Like the layers they've gone through here is great. Difficulty hard, I guess. Video mode, which is this one.
Interesting.
Ooh.
I mean, VHS is what they had intended.
Yeah. Tape one.
And you and I were just talking about how the VHS tape made things more scary because of the ambiguity of the images.
Blurry.
Yeah, they weren't so crisp, and so it added to the horror element of things, which makes me really happy to see all these like these that take on the VHS style
by that guy,
because it is effective. Ooh, I like I said, I like VHS style, like Babysitter Bloodbath style. Look at your weird.
It's a poorly made, it's a poorly calibrated thing too. So every horizontal line is off from the other one, so it's jaggy.
2 days after Christmas
The
in 1990.
The interlacing is fact.
Look at your weird bars that they don't translate for you.
Yeah, it's Chinese, and it is unhelpful.
But it's very much on purpose.
This game might be unusually jump scary.
Usually a glow like that in games like signifies like an interactable object. And the gun looks like it should be usable.
I thought that said E to interact. It's F is flashlight. Help game, help. That's good. Yeah, shift is run.
Wait, you have a little. It's using your bar. Oh, it's your run bar. Is the green one.
Ah. Do I need to go back or something? Like, how do I control game? Oh, there we go. You just, it's really finicky, I guess. Yeah, I eventually got it. Do I hold it down? This one's glowy too.
Maybe it just means the radio. Because you might have turned it on.
Yeah, maybe I turned the radio on. Hello? It's a very unhelpful flashlight.
It's funny because so far this doesn't seem like it's about bees.
Forgot about that.
Well, because you have a gun, and I was trying, and when you picked up the gun, I was like, This isn't going to be helpful against the bees."
This is, yeah, definitely not a bee weapon. If anything, it'll make them angrier.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's gonna piss them off. Turns out they're attracted to like the smell of gunpowder.
Yellow meter. Is that my flashlight? Does it recharge?
Oh, see, I like that it doesn't tell you because it makes it scary.
It's just going down over time. The yellow meter just says time until bees.
Oh no!
It's like the devil. Oh, it's just keep collecting. Oh, maybe it's my ammo meter. Just went up. I hear the bees.
I don't think bees creak floorboards. They're not heavy enough.
No, not the creaking. I hear the bees. You hear them?
That was a wind. Yeah, I guess they could also be bees.
They got quieter.
I don't like that
It
tapping
was louder
sound.
the first time I came over here. You could just...
Do you remember that when you and I and your brother were taking that hike and we walked past that tree? The entire tree was buzzing full of bees because it had just beehives in it.
Noise.
Yeah, we were like, oh, we gotta fucking walk past this really fast because the fact that it was so audible from so far away signified that there was a lot more bees than you could possibly imagine.
Yeah. I don't know how picking stuff up works. It's like weirdly inconsistent. Maybe that's the true horror.
Inconsistency. I'm afraid of inconsistency.
I'm pressing E so much. It shouldn't be very complicated, you'd think. Maybe when the bees are chasing me, these are all extra ammo for me to pick up.
Maybe there's like backstory on the... Oh, bees! 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 Keith! Bees! Did you shoot the bees?
I'm
no! You can't... You actually are killing them!
Bees! You don't know me, bees!
What the fuck?
I got them.
Wow, look at all those bees you killed with your bullet somehow.
Bees. How do I pick this? There we go. I don't know why it's so hard.
Wow.
I did it. You doubted me. You'll never doubt me again.
Never.
Not with this gun. My bee gun. It's not even like a fucking like shotgun loaded with birdshot.
I know that's what I'm saying. Is it's just like a pistol?
Like there are better things to shoot bees with, even in the gun family, like a flamethrower.
Like one of those big salt, like
Or
those salt
birdshot.
pellet shooting guns. Like spray salt.
Tick tock, tick tock. Tick tick da da. Tick da da.
Ooh, that's a dead person
That's
there.
what the bees do.
No, in that movie they showed a lot of bees eating dead people. Because they do.
Oh yeah, I've seen like a dead like lizard or bird or something on a path before where it's just swarmed in bees. And like, I will continue beyond this point. Another red light.
Well, you know, like when we all went and we tried to eat, like to have that picnic, and we kept opening like a salmon jerky, and then the bees would just like swarm us because they really wanted that meat.
I like how the bees don't fit the weapon or the setting of this game.
Yeah, it's very like what are they doing?
Completely out of place.
What are they doing in this house?
In real life, swarm of bees is very scary. In this context, having the reveal be that it's a swarm of bees is like the least scary thing that could happen.
Shoot, Keith, shoot!
I'll show them. There we go.
That is very, like, it is very funny.
This comes up in D&D a lot. There's swarm-based enemies, and you're like, my character uses a club. How do I fight that? And It's always very silly, the idea that you're somehow fighting like a swarm of bees. Somehow I felt something crawl on me because I'm fighting bees. If I think about mosquitoes and bees and things like that too much, then I feel like that I can feel them. Pick it up, you shit. Are we hearing voices?
What if I just was like, no, I don't hear anything. And Keith's left to think that he's insane.
You didn't hear the bees last time. You're already gaslighting me.
Yeah, I was just gaslighting you. What bees? Keith, I haven't seen a bee this whole game.
Why would there be bees in this game?
Yeah.
It's a haunted hotel.
Yeah, what the hell, Keith? What the fuck are you
Why would
talking
they put
about?
bees in a hotel? You have a gun. Those were all people.
Keith goes out and he swats the bees. He's actually just swatting human beings.
Yeah.
Without realizing it and
With a
making people
giant
mad
fly
at him.
swatter. Very effective. Oh. Did you see a T-posed person?
No,
For
did
one
you?
frame? Yes.
No. Ah!
In real life, that's called crucified. But in video games, it's funny. Because it's T-posed.
Jesus, the original
Remember that time that
T-pose.
Jesus T-posed and started a religion?
Oh goodness. He definitely popularized the pose.
That's me in the corner.
That's me in the
T-posing
T-pose.
for Jesus.
T-pose in my religion.
Speaking of songs, videos are going to come up on Saturday because Saturday's Halloween.
Yes?
Saturday's alright for frightening.
Oh my gosh, get out of here.
Get a little screaming in.
Oh my gosh, Keith. I'm kicking you out of your own room. What does it have to do with bees?
Yes. Let's attract them.
Ah! Whoa!
You startled me.
Oh no, you're running out of bullets.
We're good. I also have a second gun.
Oh goodness.
Saturday night's alright for frightening. Get a little screaming in. I actually really like that song.
Yes, Elton John is an American treasure, and I saw him live, and it was beautiful.
The green light. Now we're doing Gatsby. This is the specially different looking shotgun ammo, and sometimes I successfully pick it up. The issue is I can't tell where the reticle is because it seems to be that I have to get the reticle exactly right.
I don't like. Oh, I hate when phones ring.
Virtuous tape.
I hate when phones ring in real life, and I hate it in video games. What is that? Is that save?
Maybe. When I click on it, it just spins. Oh, it's gone. Now it's in me.
Phone stopped.
Where was the fan?
I'm scared of the
I've
phone.
never been able to open a door.
The twist is that you're actually a
Oh,
bee.
is that where the glow was? Or the symbol? No, it was here. Ooh. What's that?
I don't know. Is it meat?
Oh
Yes.
no, not meat. That attracts
No,
bees.
they like that too much.
It attracts bees.
Wait, I was just talking about this.
How do I pick up the fucking honey ham? I want it.
It's honey ham. They're gonna hate you for taking that.
That's like my favorite.
Yeah, but bees are gonna resent you. It's like in Bee Movie.
Oh, that's all I want.
Oh, wait,
that was a
turn around.
hive.
Is that a high? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want every Thanksgiving. I don't want no turkey. I want honey ham.
In Bee Movie, the bees sue like all of humanity for using honey. What a concept for a film.
In the
Kids love court cases.
that movie is distressing on like 7 layers.
They're giving you a lot of bullets,
like
which is
it's
concerning.
like it's
to
a
me.
romance between
Yeah.
a bee and a woman.
And Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, that just adds to it.
You know, they're gonna make a Bee Movie too.
It's really funny they're trying to scare me with creaking floorboards in a game full of bees.
Well, they want you to think that it's a bee sound.
It's a bee. Are you gonna summon bees? Oh god. Is that them?
Ah,
The bees! They have arrived! Oh no! Don't worry, I have a shotgun now. That's even better than pistol. Usually, presumably. Maybe it's loaded with birdshot, I don't know.
When the bees come home in spring, I will fill them full of buckshot. I mean, it's kind of your fault for like...
I've never heard that mountain goat song.
But you know it's a mountain goat song. How do you know that?
Because it sounds like a mountain goat song.
Yeah, well, you're correct.
They have a cadence. I'm assuming you changed the lyric to fit the game.
Yeah, it's birds you fill with buckshot, not freaking bees. Oh, there's a person out there.
I'm about to die. Game over. Return to Energizer.
Return to
you for playing
the
Qzar.
slab.
You know, I could immediately substitute the things you were saying with his bleeding voice.
His bleeding voice.
Bleating.
Oh, bleating like a sheep.
Because he sounds like a goat.
Oh
Which
goodness.
is why it's like, it's the mountain goats. I will make it through this year if it kills me. This game's got titties.
I know. I'm not disappointed.
Well, and that's why it's called hard mode.